Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Childish Things, a Threadbare story. My name is Justin Barron, and I'm going to be your GM or Game Master today. These beautiful faces around me are are the other Ghostlight gamers. So Ghostlight gamers, we are a collective of theater artists that is keeping the lamp lit via remote role-playing adventures, even when the theater is dark. We're entirely Kansas City, Missouri-based. The five of us. My name is Justin. A little bit about me. I'm a theater artist here in Kansas City. I'm an actor. And also a big RPG fan. I got into Dungeons & Dragons about 5 years ago. I've been playing and leading ever since, and I got a lot of these guys involved in it too. So that's a little bit about me. I think let's go over somebody else.
Yeah, I'll go. My name is Ryan Haruza, Botwinick Haruza. I am married to that person down there. And I have been, yeah.
Is it me?
We're in boxes. And I've been a nerd for a long time. I got into full-scale D&D role-playing about 2 years ago and fell in love with it. Outside of that, I have done professional acting, writing, improv, a bunch of stuff. And I'm also like the technical producer for this show. Doing all the stuff behind the scenes so that you don't have to.
So that I don't have to. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. My name is Andy Perkins. I'm an actor, improviser, and teacher. And my RPG background is Justin got me involved in D&D with a series of one-offs originally. And I've just kind of steadily been wading ever deeper into the pool since then.
And I'm Kelsey Botwinick Haruza, and I'm married to him, but I am a theater artist in Kansas City as well, and I'm really excited to have another opportunity to explore a different RPG. I play a lot of D&D very frequently with different people, but this is getting a little bit outside of the traditional fantasy realm, so I'm really excited about that. And one of my favorite D&D groups that I play with is Spellbound, which was created by Emma, who is over there, right?
Yep. Nope.
Who is over there. And she is brilliant, and I'm so excited to have that. So follow us at look at Spellbound, a real play podcast. Real pod.
Crushed it.
Not tagged though, guys.
Beautiful. Hi everybody, my name is Emma Carter. I am a theater artist, playwright, and actress in Kansas City, Missouri. Like Kelsey said, I am also the dungeon master and the producer of Spellbound, an actual play podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at the Spell Pod. It's an all-female D&D group. It's really, really fun, but I also am excited to be here and doing something a little bit different. Justin is the person who introduced me to playing role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons, so this is exciting, and that's all I'm gonna say now. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Emma. So if you're new to role-playing games, welcome. This is it's a fun place to be. Basically all it entails is a bunch of people having fun together. It's a lot of improvisation, so none of us know. I have a little inkling, but nobody else really knows what this story is going to be. I mean, I don't know the full scope of it. I, as the game master, I structure a bit of a story and then I throw it to these players, and it's up to them to take their characters and go on this journey. And we're basically just gonna do that together for the foreseeable future. So Childish Things is the first of hopefully multiple stories that we're going to be telling under this Ghostlight Gamers title. We'll be bringing you short stories told in hour-long increments with a new episode each week. And this is the first one, so let's get started. Let me switch over here. And you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yup.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, man. Let's do it.
All right. Mankind had a good run. For thousands of years, humans reigned over the world. They multiplied and expanded. They built grand works of art, societal structures, and systems of commerce and trade. They fought over petty squabbles, wealth, land, class, deities. And when it came down to it, in the end, they were wiped out completely. But that's a different story. Our story takes place sometime after the fall of humanity. How much time? It doesn't matter. Time has a different meaning to those who inhabit the earth now, especially considering that they don't need sleep or sustenance. They don't seem to age much, and they never actually die. Well, not really, at least. One day, long after the fall of humanity, a children's toy awoke. Not really sure where it was or who it was, it began to wander, roam. Eventually, finding another awakened toy, and then another. More and more toys were finding themselves with desires, fears, purpose, free will. Having no memory of their past lives as mere playthings, or of the species that ruled over them, these toys began to explore. Although they had no knowledge or memory of humanity, they could easily tell that this world was not built for them. Everything was far too large. So the toys decided to build their own world on top of the old one. They built works of art, societal structures, systems of commerce and trade. And through it all, they started to rebuild themselves as well. A broken wheel on a toy train could easily be replaced by a button. A stuffed animal may fill its open belly with oats to replace the missing stuffing inside. This concept of fixing and replacing parts is the main mechanic of this game that we're about to play. Threadbare. Threadbare is a stitch punk world. It is a bit horror. It is a bit fantasy. It is a bit childlike wonder. And it's all of these things kind of weaved and sewn together. Threadbare is about broken things. That means what we're doing, what we do to repair broken things, how we salvage these things and build something new out of them. Threadbare uses a simple mechanic that stems from the Powered by the Apocalypse system. I've also added a few homebrewed aspects into the game. Now, I'm not going to break down all the rules right now, but perhaps in a later video we can do that. But here's the gist. Number one, any move or action that these players, these four people around me, known as the player characters, any move that they try to take that could end in an entertaining chance of failure will require them to roll 2d6, two six-sided dice, and then they're going to add a modifier, just a number to it. These numbers range from -1 to +2. They're going to add that modifier, and they're going to take that result. And that result is basically going to be it's going to tell us whether they succeed or whether they fail in their attempt of whatever it was they were trying. And then we just move the story along from there. So if they succeed in doing the thing, then we go down that path. If they fail, then we go down this path. And that's how the story is going to diverge from there. For those of you who care, the structure of those the spectrum of the failure and success. If they roll a 10 or higher, that is a perfect success. Basically, they get pretty much what they wanted, sometimes more. If they roll a 7 to a 9, that is a partial success. So they get part of what they wanted, maybe at a cost, maybe just not exactly the way that they intended. If they roll a 6 or under, failure. It doesn't work, it doesn't happen, and a lot of times it makes things worse, possibly resulting in their own damage. So that's the gist of that. Now, I mentioned these modifiers. There are a number of different modifiers in the game. The big 4 that you need to remember, or that the players need to remember, are Scrounge, Smile, Strong Arm, and Scuffle. Scuffle was added by me, so if you know Threadbare as a game and you don't recognize that one, that's because it was a Justin original. So Scrounge is used for finding items and knowing how to use them. Smile is used for influencing others, both positively and negatively. Strong Arm is used. Strong Arm is your ability to change the world around you, physically and otherwise. Scuffle is used for high stakes situations, most specifically combat. So each player has a designated number in each of these 4 abilities. Okay, last thing before we jump in, parts. As toys, parts are what make them up. Each toy has a set number of parts that they're allowed. These parts basically act as health, as tracking hit points or health in the game. Parts can be damaged, which means that they can also be fixed. However, sometimes parts get broken, and broken parts means that they're beyond repair. And when that happens, broken parts need to be replaced with other things found in the world. And these new parts basically come with new upgrades, new features, new traits, new ways that the characters are evolving, basically. A toy can never really die, but it can be broken beyond repair. We'll cross that bridge if we ever come to that. Hopefully we don't, but who knows? It may tell a good story. Certain parts carry certain moves for a toy. So, for example, a toy car's wheels may help them to run away faster, which gives them a modifier to a roll where they're trying to run away. Alternatively, parts can hold certain memories or personality traits for a character. So, a superhero action figure may gain confidence from her cape, but when that cape is damaged, she begins to lose a bit of that gusto, that confidence. This cycling of parts, new, old, fixed, damaged, this is how the characters progress mechanically through the game. The rest is up to us as performers to advance our 4 player characters through this world. This is a story of friendship. It's a harrowing adventure of fantasy and unlikely heroes. It's a story that really explores what it means to grow up. Our story begins in the heart of the city. A sprawling metropolis filled with rot and decay. The sky is gone. In its place, a heavy blanket of smog sinks into the high-rise buildings and towers. The river that divides the city is thick with oil, trash. It does not flow, it merely rests. Streets are cracked, separated as nature tries desperately to find sunlight, reaching up from beneath the rubble and latching itself onto rusty cars and crashed trucks. This is a city full of death. Well, almost. In the center of a large intersection at Union Avenue and 22nd Street is a large, beautiful tree that has made its home. All around are various makeshift buildings and community hotspots. A flipped school bus is now a luxury residence. A sideways deep freeze with newspaper curtains is a small theater. A large stack of cardboard boxes makes a decently fortified apartment building. Here in this community, we begin our story. Amongst toys filled with love and contentment, toys who know no other life than this one. The faint sun can be seen through the black clouds. It is morning, and it is a big day. An open trash can, a metal dinged up trash can, lies on its side on the sidewalk. Inside that trash can, no bag, no trash, empty, except for some movement of toys. We see a small number of toys bustling around, getting ready for the day. Among them, we see a toy car. Andy, do you want to go ahead and describe what your character looks like?
Yeah. I am a handheld toy car, 4 wheels, red paint job with purple flames on the hood, big number 3 on my side doors, and Renegade across the back of the truck bed. A little bit dinged up here and there, a couple dents in the body. And then I also, because of a previous adventure that I had gone on, I have a broken glass shard attached to the back of my truck bed.
Amazing.
Should I say my name too?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm Rev.
You hear from across the trash can as you're sitting there, Rev, and you turn and you see Axel, the Ultra Shifter. Ultra Shifters are toys that turn from cars into machine robots, of course. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows yes, Ultra Shifters.
Of course.
And you see Axel. He's the leader of your delivery service that you all work at, the delivery depot here in the community. Axel barks over to you. Rev, get over here.
Sure thing, boss.
And once you come over, he says, just got word down from the Soul Factory. We need you to run down to the box tower and go get Lucinda. Tell her it's an emergency.
An emergency?
An emergency. Now, you know, Rev.
Yeah.
You know, there's room for promotion. Flip, Ship, and Rip, they ain't ready for this. And you see, you kind of look behind Axel and see at the back of the trash can, you see going in circles, like, and kind of just doing cool tricks and stuff. These little trucka toys, Flip, Ship, and Rip. They are just doing wicked moves. Yo, shit, did you see that? Yeah, Rip, dude, sweet, gnarly twist. I don't know moves of names. And Axel leans down in towards you. He says, Rev, this promotion could be yours, but we got a big day ahead of us. Lots going on today. Wake Day Festival only happens once a month. You with me, Rev?
I won't let you down, boss.
You're damn right. You're goddamn right you won't. Get out! Get!
I vroom away.
You head over to the box tower, where it's a small community. You know where everybody lives. But when you get to the box tower, you find Lucinda's apartment. She lives at the bottom of the box tower in one of the larger cardboard boxes. You see, I mean, this tower is just big boxes on the bottom, and then it kind of goes like to medium, and then like shoe boxes, and then there's like little, like watch, like somebody got a watch in a box or something like that, and then there's like even like the smaller boxes at the very top, and they're all like secured down so they don't blow away in the wind and whatnot. But you get to Lucinda's apartment. What do you do?
I call for her. Lucinda, you need a delivery?
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting anything. Do you need something from me?
I was told to come here. I was told it was an emergency.
Oh, yes.
Kelsey,
It
two things. Kelsey, in a moment, describe your character for us.
Okay, cool.
Andy, you were told that you needed to tell Lucinda to get to the Soul Factory. There's an emergency at the Soul Factory.
Okay, cool.
Great, awesome.
Yes, there is an emergency. So Lucinda she's classified as a rag doll in this game. But she has a whole, a regular, plain, was originally white body, made out of cloth, stuffed with stuffing. Is wearing a little black bonnet and has a blue dress with a black apron on top. So she is the faceless sort of Amish doll that Amish children play with.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
There's an emergency down at the Soul Factory.
Oh, well, then there's no time to waste.
All right, hop in the bed.
Yes.
Lucinda was secretly hoping she could ride in the bed of the truck, so she's like, okay. So she hops in the bed of the truck.
I just loved hop in the bed. Yes. Great.
And I start zooming towards the Soul Factory.
And
Okay.
it's like when you ride on the back of a motorcycle and you might not be dating that person or whatever, so you're like, I like you don't know where to
Where do I put
touch
my
that's
hands?
polite. Yeah, exactly. So she's just trying to hold on. She's holding the sides of the bed.
You start to drive from the box towers down toward the Soul Factory. As you do, you're passing. The people are just waking up. Now, again, I mentioned toys don't need to sleep, but they still do because it gives them some sort of comfort knowing that it's just the way that society runs. I mean, you go to sleep. I mean, you do it. Do we need it? No, but you do it anyway. You could use the rest. Resting is different than sleeping. We'll say that. So on the way, Lucinda and Rev, you pass by a number of different things. You see that the general store, Prime Goods, is hopping. People seem to be picking up some stuff there. You look over toward the community center, where the community center is, of course, it's the inside of an old hotel lobby. The automatic doors are slightly ajar, just enough for people to walk in and out. And you see there's some hustle and bustle over there as people are getting set up. You see that there is you see two members of the cheer team, Jen and Lil Debbie. They are both Debbie dolls, of course. They are setting up a banner kind of strung across from one of the box towers over toward the tree. And on the banner, it just says, Awake Day Festival. Welcome to our community. And you're passing by all this. You see that in the tree itself, it looks like you both know that there has been a lot of work happening on a tree house that has been currently being built in that tree. And you see that they're just putting the finishing touches on it. So it's about ready. And you watch all of this as you pull up to the Soul Factory, which is an abandoned old shoe store, literally named the Soul Factory. And the door is, of course, wide open. We'll come back to you two in a moment here. Let's jump across town and talk to someone else. We go back to that Prime Goods, the general store, and we see there's this large box. It's this box truck. It's muddy and is rusted over, and there's kind of dirt caked all over the side. And all you can really see on the side is the word Prime. So underneath that, we go underneath where the flat tires are keeping the box truck aloft, and underneath, or rather, I'm sorry, not underneath. We go to the side, and we see inside the box truck. There's a small compartment opened up, kind of like cracked open, where like a spare tire might go. And down inside there, we find Summer. And there's a sign behind Summer, and it says, Happy Sunshine Emergency Hospital. Summer, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you look like?
So Summer is a Debbie doll. She has strawberry blonde hair. She is wearing like a girl power t-shirt with a veterinary veterinary coat over it. The most noticeable thing about her is that she, the left side of her face has been chewed up by an animal. So while she has the signature Debbie doll smile, her appearance can be a little off-putting to some toys who maybe aren't familiar with her. She also is shorter and curvier than you might think a Debbie doll would be. So.
Great. Summer, you are currently working on some repairs. This is the recovery center, of course, in town. Summer, you are you running this place pretty much by yourself? Do you think you have help? Yeah. Wonderful. Summer, you're currently working on the arm. You're stitching back up the arm of Piper. Piper is a Patriot doll, so she is much larger than pretty much everybody in town. She's, about a foot tall. She shaved head. She's got just kind of like working clothes on. Her sleeve is pulled up so that you can be working on reattaching her arm. She turns to you and says, "You about wrapped up there, Doc?"
"Oh yes, Piper. We'll have you stitched together in just a sec." And she puts the finishing touches on Piper's arm.
Wonderful. Yeah, I got to get back up to the treehouse. They're really relying on my muscle up there.
Do you need any more help?
Do you mean like generally, or?
I mean, could I be helpful at the treehouse? Maybe lead a cheer?
Yeah. That'd be great. As she says that, you hear some giggling from beyond the entrance, just kind of like the ramp that goes up to the box truck, and you see Autumn and Brad are walking by, and you also see that Jen and little Debbie have just come down from like ladders, or little makeshift ladders. They've just hung the banner, and they come down, and all of them seem to have heard you say maybe you could do a cheer, and the three, Autumn, Jen, and little Debbie, kind of chuckle at that. Brad's hanging back, kind of like checking out his own like man abs. I don't know why they're called man abs. They could just be called abs.
Mabs. They're mabs.
I'm not used to men having abs, apparently. Yeah, Brad is, of course, a male Debbie doll, also known as a what did we call it?
Debro doll.
A Debro doll. Thank you.
I
didn't have it pulled up in front of me. He's a Debro doll. You also see, of course, Jen, who is a supermodel version of the Debbie doll. Autumn, who is a cheerleader version of the Debbie doll, and then little Debbie, who's a teenage version of the Debbie doll. She's shorter and way more in the know than everybody else. So they're all chuckling, and Autumn turns to the others and says, "Did you guys hear that? Summer thinks that she could lead a cheer." And they all go like, And Piper is up next to you, and she turns to you and she says, "Just ignore them."
That's okay. I'm used to it. It's
Hey.
fine.
Why don't you guys go do something else? I told them. And Autumn and Jen kind of like whisper to each other, like offended, and little Debbie steps up and says, "Hey, Piper, you're a bitch." And then she turns around and walks away, and Piper's just like, and she turns to you and she says, "Yeah, sorry you had to see that."
Don't worry, Piper. Sticks and stones, right?
You really believe that, Summer?
Well, sticks and stones may break my bones, but I can just fix it so it's fine.
Your optimism is something else. I wish I had that. You done?
Yep. Good as new.
Awesome. Great. She stands all the way up and she's just like so much taller than you. She says, so I'll see you at the festival later.
Oh, yes. I am so excited. This is my first Awake Day festival.
Oh, yeah. That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Cool. So I'll see you there. Maybe we could never mind. Bye. And she like walks down the ramp. Brad has hung back, and the other cheerleaders have gone off, and Brad kind of saunters up and he's like, "Summer, what's up?
Oh, hi, Brad.
How have you been? Like, I haven't seen you since like yesterday. What's up?"
Is this real? Are you talking to me? Shut up, Summer. Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Wow, yeah. I'm doing well. Listen, I have something, maybe, I don't know. Maybe something you could look at for me?
Do you need me to fix something for you, Brad?
Yeah, but like keep it like super hush hush, you know? I don't like people knowing that I can, you know, I really try to take care of my bod, so.
Yeah, I could tell.
Cool. You can look at it or what? What's up?
Yes, and she looks at whatever he's gesturing to.
Okay. Yeah, he like pulls his shoe off and like it looks like
I thought you were gonna say pull his shirt up, damn it.
Well, his shirt's already up. He pulled it up when he started talking to you. He just like
okay.
pulls it up and is like, "Hey, what's up?" His shoe, yeah, he pulls his shoe off and his like foot's kind of like cracked as if like a rock fell on it or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's not cool. Like, I can't really like cheer much with it. So like, I'm going to need it fixed probably for tonight, but like, don't tell the others. Cause I don't want them to think like, you know, I just don't want them to treat me like they treat you, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. So would it be like a secret?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Secret. Cool.
Cool. Cool.
All right. So you start working on Brad's foot. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice. Meanwhile, we're back at the Soul Factory. Lucinda, you hop off Rev, and Ruby greets you at the door. So the Soul Factory is set up again. It's an abandoned shoe store, and there's like shoe boxes in rows and rows down the aisles. And as you go in, you've both been in here before, but you know that the shoe boxes are all closed. They're all sealed. But inside those shoe boxes are toys. And you know that what happens is when toys come from, they're found or they are brought in and whatnot, if they're still asleep, they're not awoken. They aren't awake yet. Then they are meant to be kept safe. And so what the town does is you stick them in the shoe boxes and you leave them there safe and sound until they wake up, and then they can come to, and then it's your job at the recovery center to help them kind of get situated in life and kind of understand society and kind of find their place in the town and what they can do to help the town. Ruby runs the Soul Factory. Ruby is a talk and tell toy. So they don't actually speak. Instead, they type things out on their screen, and then you just kind of read them. So because of that, they are very intelligent, but they don't have bedside manner, really. And that's where they really rely on you, Lucinda. So when you arrive, Rev, you can hang out if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll hang out.
Okay.
If there's an emergency, I want to stick around and see if I can help.
Yeah, true. So Ruby meets you at the door, and you see them like type out across the screen, and they say, "New toy just awoke. Need your help. She's a tough one."
Just point me in the right direction, Ruby. I'm happy to help.
And they kind of like flip around and just like walking back with their like the corners of their body, you get to the back of the store, and there you see a figure, a small toy, smaller than almost any toy you've seen in the past. There are a few very small toys here, but this one's very, very small. And you see she turns towards you, and she looks like she's really panicked. She is about this tall. She is sparkly, like just a little bit of light coming in. And I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but there's a bit of electricity somehow in this world. It kind of goes in and out. It's scarce, but the lights. There's a few lights on inside the building here. And this girl turns around, and she's incredibly sparkly. Like her whole body is just sparkly. It's kind of shiny and almost translucent as well. Although she is wearing some clothes that aren't shiny, but you can just see like her arms and her legs and her head and her hair and her eyes and everything. And she turns to you and she says, Where am I? Where am I? What is happening?"
You're in a place called the Soul Factory, and you've just awoken.
What does that mean?
This is a place where toys like you and me find ourselves when we begin.
Who am I?
Who do you feel like you are?
And Lucinda holds her hands out to just like have available contact for the toy, but doesn't want to force it on her.
She steps toward you, doesn't take your hands. She says, Peg?
I think that's perfect. Peg, my name is Lucinda. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. She takes your hands. She seems to calm down a bit. And she says, so this is the Soul Factory? Who's that? Who's that? And she sees Rev behind you.
This is my friend Rev. Rev, this is Peg. She's a new friend of ours.
Hey, Peg. Nice to meet you.
You too, Rev.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots and lots of friends for us to meet. And there's going to be a celebration tonight that if you feel up to it, you can meet them then.
Okay, we're gonna have our first roll here.
Ooh.
Lucinda,
Exciting.
Inaugural roll.
here we go. Lucinda, I'm gonna have you roll to make friends.
Aw.
So this is gonna be plus smile. So what's your plus smile modifier?
My smile is 1. So
plus 1. So you're gonna roll 2d6 and add 1, and you're gonna want to try and get above a 7 to succeed on this.
it's an 8.
An 8.
Yay!
First
So we're
roll.
good.
First roll.
Yay!
So you get an 8. So that's not above a 10. So it's not a perfect success, but it's a 7 to a 9, which is kind of a partial success. So here's what happens. On a 7 to 9, they regard you as friendly. They're a little wary still, and I need you to choose one of the following. Either you need to give them something. They don't like your friends, which would be Rev in this situation, or they want you to go somewhere. Which of those 3 do you want to happen?
I would say they don't like my friends.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
So, so she seems to like lower her guard a bit about you, and she's still like kind of, her eyes dart to Rev, and she kind of like gets scared because Rev's just like really like muscly and kind of like dirty, very 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 stark, very hard edges, but she leans into you a little bit and she says, did you say festival?
Yes.
All of the toys, I'm assuming this.
All of the toys that have awakened get to come to the festival to see and be welcomed by our community here.
Yeah, it's a great time.
That's really nice. Okay, yeah. And behind her you see Ruby and like this across their screen you just see like, thank you, that could have been so bad. And so we leave the two of you as you start to walk out with Peg. And
Hey, do you want to ride in the bed of my truck?
She it's not cool to like persuade someone in this, so I'm gonna say she just says no thank you. No thank you.
Fair enough.
Oh.
And she says, where are we, as you all start to exit the Soul Factory. As that's happening across town, we go back to the Prime Goods, and we go past the Happy Sunshine Emergency Hospital, and see there is inside this large box truck, there is a general store inside here. There's like shelves of things. It's tons of stuff. Now, here's something that the audience here needs to know and understand about this world. There's two different terms that I'm going to be using a lot. Well, there's a lot of terms I'm going to be using a lot, but two of the main ones are stuff and things. Now, normally these would be the same thing, but in this game, they're very different meanings. Stuff is just the stuff that inhabits the world. Stuff is easy to find, but you can only have so much of it at a time. So right now, all of these characters have stuff. Is that right, guys? Or did you lose your stuff maybe in our little trial run?
I have stuff.
I have stuff.
I don't think I have stuff.
Okay, you used your stuff. Sure.
So is it a yes or no? You either have stuff or you don't.
That's correct, yeah.
And you can't have two stuffs.
You can't have two stuffs without an upgrade.
Stuff's is stuff.
If you get an upgrade, you can carry more stuff.
Andy.
So yeah, stuff is just you either have it or you don't. And stuff is used to do things like repair yourself or trade or things like that. You can just use stuff. However, when stuff becomes important, you might want to give it a name or a title or a purpose. And then it becomes a thing. And things are harder to find because you need to find specific things. but they last longer, really. Things can become parts, things can be used to build tools or devices. So that's just the difference between stuff and things. This store is filled with all kinds of stuff and a few things as well. This is prime goods, and we see behind the counter a So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my character is So, spelled XoXo. He is a Valentine's Day teddy bear, one that you would pick up from like Walgreens when you were on your way home and you forgot to get a present. So he's a little bit worse for wear because he's been awake for a while, but he's very nice and helpful. And just wants everybody to be happy and get along.
Amazing. So you're behind the counter, and you see coming up the ramp are two figures that you know and recognize. You see Abe and Oodle. Abe and Oodle are both town leaders. Oodle is an Oodle-a-Doodle. Everyone knows the classic toy, Oodle-a-Doodle.
The Oodle-a-Doodle.
You have a little rectangle, and you turn the little dials, and then, it oodles a doodle for you.
The Oodle-a-Doodle, for sure.
So Oodle, she's coming up, and next to her, Oodle is the town planner. She's great at drawing, sketching, maps out. She's helped design this treehouse that is going up right now. Next to her is the town thinker, Abe, who is basically he looks kind of similar to you in a way. He's kind of like a stuffed doll, but he is, I believe he's a monkey, and he is, that he has inside of him this like audio chip that goes off sometimes. Of course, it says the ABCs, but it ends after AB. So just every now and then he'll speak, and you'll just hear like a Abe, and so his name is Abe. I was very proud of that, guys.
It was very funny. It was very.
We didn't have the appropriate.
Yay!
Justin, that's so smart. I love it.
You're crushing it, J-Bones.
J-Bones. Okay.
J-Bones. That's a new one. I like it. J-Bones. Okay, so Abe and Oodle come up the ramp, and from afar you hear Abe say, So, hello again.
Oh, hey, so good to see you. I'm so glad that you guys are here at my store. How can I help you out?
Oodle says, we're just kind of looking for some last-minute supplies for the treehouse, so I'm just going to grab some stuff if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. There's a couple of things back there, too, so get whatever you need.
Abe comes up to the counter. He says, So, how have you been? I haven't seen you in, what has been, a day?
I think, it's been about a day there. Yeah, I've been pretty good. I've just been, hanging out, making sure that the store's clean, taking care of myself and others, doing what I can in my community to make sure everybody's just having a dig dang good old time. Are you having a dig dang good old time?
I think I am. The treehouse is nearly complete, and today is the Awake Day Festival, our annual festival.
Yeah, that treehouse looks just absolute crackerjacks. You guys were doing a bang-up job over there.
Well, we couldn't do it without your stuff and things.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that I cannot tell you how much that means to me to know that I'm helping my community and my fellow friends, and I don't have a family, but I think that you guys are like family to me. I love you. You don't have to say it back. That's fine.
That over there?
That's fine. All right, go get your things and stuff.
Oodle comes over. She says, do you have, I was looking for some stuff, but not this stuff. Do you have some other stuff?
Oh, yeah, I got tons of stuff. You want me to show you around?
I'd love to see some stuff. Something that looks like this. And and then
what does that mean?
She draws something on her.
Isn't He looks like this.
A
A rocking
slinky?
horse, maybe?
Like a corkscrew? Is that what you're looking for?
You see Abe Abe grabs some things and a couple things and also some stuff and puts it on the counter. And Oodle finds what she was looking for. This is it. This is exactly what I was looking for. Here, okay. Anything else we need, Abe? So.
Yeah.
As you know, we, as town leaders, all of us, we don't. I guess what I'm getting at is, we're not needing to barter for this at all, right? This is for the town, of course. This is for the treehouse, and you are.
Oh.
This is your gift, right? Is that?
Oh, you just want all that stuff for free? For just. For.
I thought. Is that not the deal that you had with Giglo this whole time?
Is that the deal that I had with Giglo this whole time?
You tell me.
Well, I mean, Giglo and I, we had a deal kind of in place that was for the greater good. I just want to make sure that
for the greater good. That's exactly what this is for.
Yeah,
this
with the number 4 instead of 4. You know, it's for the greater good. It was a fun thing.
Greater good. That was the plan. You wrote it out and everything. I remember. I was there
with the number. I just
Oodle
make
wrote
sure
it out for you.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, if it's for the greater good with the number, then that's fine. Yeah, just go ahead and take that stuff. Just make sure that it is for the greater good. If it's not, I'm not going to do anything. But I just want to make sure that, you know.
It's a little threatening.
Yeah. So.
All right. I think I understand. Thank you, So-So.
I love you. You don't have to say it back anyways.
Waves. Oodle's like, thanks. See you at the festival.
Oh. Bye.
They're gone.
Great.
You see, as they are exiting, you see coming up the ramp is Bull and Dozer. Bull and Dozer are two of the larger truck of toys that are like little construction vehicle. You know, one of them is like a crane, and the other one is like a bulldozer. What do you call those other pushes things?
Bulldozer.
That's a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Okay. Not crazy, right? Okay.
No.
Well,
Freaking.
Yeah. Jury's still out.
Thanks, Ryan. So Bull and Dozer come in. Dozer also has like a big, truck thing in the back, full of new stuff. And Bull comes up and says, "Hey there, So-So. We got some new shipment. Dozer and I were out the break of dawn this morning, finding some new stuffs for you for the store."
Oh, great. Yeah, perfect. Do I need to look through it, or are you just going to throw it on the floor like normal?
I was gonna just do the normal routine. Is that a problem? You want to start looking through stuff? I mean, you don't trust us? What we going on?
Oh, no. I trust you more than I trust my dog. I don't know what a dog is, do I? Who cares? Hey, I trust you all the way.
It's
so
just
you just leave it here and then just tell me how much I owe you.
Dozer says, so Sam, we got some stuff here. Let me just go ahead and dump it out. Beep, 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 beep. It just it's dumping out slowly.
Yeah, and So-So just patiently watches and smiles the whole time, and it's
not too long.
You're doing a great job, super helpful.
Oh, and Bull says, right, so I was hoping I could maybe take this here thing off the shelf here. I need this thing to fix my wheel, and in exchange, you scratch my crane. I scratch your heart. Oh,
well, my heart don't need scratching. It's perfectly fine. It's full.
Your heart doesn't get itchy? I thought that was a problem with you softies.
Oh, no. I don't really want to go into like the metaphysical ethics of what it means to be a toy who's alive, but like I don't think I feel too much at all because I'm just made of stuff. And what am I? Oh my god. Anyways,
Oh no.
yeah, absolutely. If you want to take that thing and fix your wheel, I think that's more important than me, making a bunch of money. I ain't in it for the money, pal. I'm in it for you and for my friends and dare say it, my family. I don't have a real family, but maybe
that's
one
real
day.
sweet of you. So I'm gonna cut you off right there.
That's fine.
I don't know if you know this or not, but today is Doza and mine anniversary, and Doza says, "Yeah, today's the day we met and really got together. We feel we were soulmates." And Bull says, "So we want to go get some sort of little I was gonna say breakfast, then I remember they don't eat. We want to go get some gaming on before the big festival. We want to kind of practice our skills for the big dance battle tonight." So
Ooh.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So you take that thing, and also, and he reaches down and he comes back up, and he's picked like a little wilted like flower from one of the vines on the plants, and he's like, "I did not know it was your anniversary. Had I known, I would have tried to get a better flower. But this is what I got," and he hands it to you.
hey, thanks, So. That's so nice of you. Yeah, it's so nice, So. Thank you so much. We're gonna go dance off now. So thanks for the flower, friend.
You're welcome. I'll just get this stuff out of the way. You kids have fun tonight.
Hey, we'll see you out on the dance floor tonight, okay? Yeah, we'll see you on the dance floor. Just don't show us up, So. Okay, I know you got some moves in there, you big guy. Come on.
Okay, all right. Don't stop.
Doesn't have
it.
fingers, doesn't it?
I love you, he says as they leave.
I love you.
And they say nothing back.
Great.
We go back to Summer. Summer, you see as these guys leave. Summer, it's just you and So in the box truck at the moment in the general store. You don't have any patience at the moment. Is there anything you want to do specifically, Summer?
I want to say hi to So.
Sure.
Hi, So.
Oh, hi. How's it going, Summer?
It's going great. Thank you so much for asking. Are you going to the festival tonight?
Oh, shoot. Diggity dang, I think I am. I think I'm going to go down there, see all them new toys that have been awoken.
I'm so excited. This is going to be my first festival retconning since I got these. And Summer's going to pull her go-go boots out of her backpack.
Oh my gosh, those boots are so cool.
I know, right? With these, I'm sure to win the dance battle this month.
Oh man,
Cool.
everybody's like super invested in this dance battle, and I haven't had time to practice, so I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I know that everyone will support me. Right?
That's right, So.
Good. That's
And
good.
having said that, would you maybe want to practice right now? Can we play a game?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can go ahead and practice right now. I'll be fine practicing dancing with you in your nice shiny boots. Are they shiny? Or
They're
not?
shiny.
Okay, good.
They're so shiny.
I figured. I didn't know if maybe it was a matte finish or if it was more of a glossy thing, but it's really nice.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Both of you roll to play a game. This is going to be plus smile.
Can you remind me how to roll on the Discord, please?
It's ! roll, all one word, and then type 2d6 plus whatever your smile is. So my
Okay.
roll, Justin, was a 12.
Woo!
Nice.
6 and a 4 plus 2.
Mine is a 3.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh my.
but I will say that the go-go boots make me playful, silly, and want to dance. So even though it's a 3, she's
So-
into it.
She's having fun.
She's having
So
fun.
you put on so over in the corner you have a little like karaoke machine, and you pump it on and it plays some song that you have no idea contextually what it is, but we'll put it in post here.
Yeah. It's a copyright
And
license-free song that we all dance to.
And
You
then
can play something short enough, it'll be okay.
Yeah, right.
7 seconds of this song you hear.
Mhm.
Summer, you start to just bust a move, and you're just killing it, but not. I mean, it's from an outside perspective, it's real clunky. So you take some warming up a little bit, and then you kind of get into it, and you start like busting. You got a 12. You start just like flipping around. You're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You get to choose 2 from the following list. Your opponent respects your skill and treats you with respect from here on out. You discovered something new about dancing. You feel really good about yourself. Nothing can tear you down. And the next time you fail, you don't take damage, if that would happen. Or you win a wager if you can basically retcon that you and Summer put something down on this dance battle and you win something. So 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that my opponent respects my skill and treats you with respect from here on out, and also that I feel really good about myself. So nothing can tear me down.
Wonderful.
Ain't nothing gonna stop my stride.
Just remember, the next time you fail, if you take damage, you don't take damage.
Okay.
Summer, you I believe, I don't know if you want to use this or not, Emma, but I think you have the ability to create a tie from playing a game with someone.
Can I do that even though I rolled really bad?
Yeah, even if, I mean, just doing the action counts.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to create another tie with SoSo.
Awesome. So you create a tie with SoSo on your end. So folks at home listening in, little time with Justin here. Ties are your relationships, your bonds with other characters, both the player characters themselves or non-player characters, such as all the other characters that I'm playing. These ties basically are used later on in different ways to try and help someone or to try and convince someone of doing something. You can use their ties against them or for them, but your ties rack up. So it could get to a point where you have 3 ties with someone and you just really know how to push their buttons, sometimes literally. So you have a tie with SoSo because you made him feel so good. Great.
Oh, SoSo, you're so good at dancing. Will you please teach me your moves?
Oh yeah, sure. I can teach you. I mean, that's kind of off the cuff, but yeah, we could take a little bit of time, kind of figure out a routine. Do you want to dance together? Can we enter the dance competition together?
Yes, I would love that. And Summer's just like jumping up and down.
You both know that the dance competition, you have to have a partner. So.
Oh, sweet serendipity. This is fantastic. So we can go together and you can get better. It's the best of both worlds.
Yay!
Under the table shade.
We hop back over to Rev and Lucinda as they are exiting the Soul Factory. The sun is, drearily kind of like peeking through the black smog clouds. But it's daytime. This is just normal daytime for you guys. The festival is going to start in about like an hour or so. It's like an all-day festival, and then it, ends with a big party at night. But you have Peg with you, and you're kind of walking her through town. Is there anything specific that you want to show her in the community, or anything like that between the 2 of you?
I think since we're not on Rev, are we?
If you want it to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, let's just.
Peg was very clear about not wanting to
boundaries that we want to. Yeah,
Peg, if you don't mind, and Rev, if you don't mind, I think it might be nice if we could take a tour of our town. Would you like to ride on Rev with me so that we can drive around and I'll show you the ropes?
She says, okay, if you say so.
I'll keep you safe, I promise.
She smiles and holds your hand, and the 2 of you hop up into bed of the truck of Rev, Rev's bed, and and you start going around.
Yeah, and I can kind of sense, Peg's tension. She's a very tense toy, and I can feel it in the bed of my truck, my bed of my me. So I kind of drive very cautiously, like trying to avoid bumps and make it as smooth a ride as possible.
Okay. So you start driving around town. You show Peg you go by the tree where the tree house is being finished up. You see Piper is up there. Gigolo's on the ground. He's barking orders. We'll get to Gigolo in a little bit. You go around the edge. You go around to the outskirts where there is a small little like fort, like a little encampment, really. And you see the little soldiers, and they are doing drills over there. And as you pass by, Rev, Lieutenant Green gives you a little morning, Rev.
Morning, Lieutenant.
And then he turns back and starts going back to his drills. The rest of you, the three of you, drive. Rev, you drive. Let's see, past the tree, over by Prime Goods by the box truck, and you see Summer and XoXo inside dancing up a jig. You keep driving around to the box towers. There are 3 of these large box towers, of course. A few people are like waving. You see Shug, the sweet and simple stovetop, and he just kind of like, he's, sup, man? Rev, what's up, bro?
How's it going?
Do Rev stores open?
Do Rev's doors open?
Yes, they do.
Intimate. I was just wondering.
Get inside.
It's a very personal question.
Yeah, I apologize. How embarrassing.
So Shug is like making his way. He's just kind of like rolling. He's on wheels, and he's literally a stovetop, like an oven and a stovetop, and he's bright colored and everything. And his like oven door just like pops open every now and then, like some smoke kind of comes out, and he's like, see you at the dance battle tonight, bros. Rolls along. You kind of go around the side to the yellow submarine, which is what everyone calls the large school bus that is flipped on its side and is home to some of the larger people like Piper who can't fit in the box towers. And then finally you head over to the community center, the hotel lobby and whatnot, and you stop there.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do all toys know how to read?
Not all toys, but most toys, yeah.
Okay. And then, so we know that the party tonight is a festival with a dance competition. What else is happening in it?
I'm going to actually take that back. Most toys do not know how to read.
Oh, okay.
Very few do. Yeah. Sorry. You know that there is a dance competition tonight because there's one at every Awake Day festival. Also, I need to clarify. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this now because I've gone back and forth throughout the episode saying annual or monthly. This is a we're going to call it an annual festival.
And do all the toys just like wake up on this one day, or do we just celebrate them this one time?
It's just one day per year that you have this big festival and you celebrate everybody who's awoke. I keep saying that. Everybody who's woke up since the last
awoken.
So yeah, it's an annual festival that it just kind of celebrates everybody who's been awake, who's woken up since the last festival. So you get out. Peg hops out of Rev and says, "Wow, this is a cool place. You all live here?"
Yes. We've lived here. Most people that live here woke up here, just like you.
Oh
yeah, I've only been here. I've only been awake for 10 months myself, so this will be my first Awake Day festival too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. She looks to you, Lucinda, and she says, "What do you mean, most people? You mean some people are woke up outside of here? What's outside of here?"
And by people, we of course mean toys.
Just
Toys
to
are people,
clarify.
Andy.
What?
Toys are people.
Yeah.
People are people, man.
People are toys and toys are people. That's all I'm trying to say.
The toys that started this community did not wake up here, but they chose this place and created a way for everyone to stay safe. And I was not actually awakened here within the Soul Factory like you were.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here now.
So am I. And I'm so happy that I got to meet you.
Is there anyone else who woke up outside of the town? You
Do I know of anyone?
only yes. I mean, there are a few who created the town, like
Mm-hmm.
Giglo, Abe, Soso,
Piper, right?
Piper. But since the town's been, organized and whatnot, there's only been one other person who's come to town who was already awake when they got here, and that is Darby, who you know to be the sock.
My friend.
He's your friend. You're one of the only people in town who talks to him. He is a kind of cranky old sock who kind of keeps to himself, an Argyle sock specifically. And people think he's crazy, so they don't really talk to him much.
Cool.
Also, he's a sock, so.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I explained that to her. Just I say,
One of my friends, Darby, who I came here with, awoke outside of the town as well. And I bet you will meet him at the Awake Day Festival tonight. Why are you interested?
I don't know. Something about out there. She's just like staring out at the city. It's cool.
It is.
We cut over to about an hour later. Everybody is gathered around the tree in the center of town, the great tree. The tree house is finished. People are kind of pointing up at it and gawking and saying, "Wow, yeah, that's so cool." Up on this little basically standing on some of like the roots is kind of like this makeshift stage. You find Abe, Oodle, Lieutenant Green is up there, and Giglo. Giglo, of course, the Wiggle Me Giglo toy. He has a tendency to kind of wiggle his butt and laugh at times whenever somebody bumps into him accidentally. He's a Wiggle Me Giglo. He is the mayor of town leader, and he's up there, and we catch him kind of mid-sentence, kind of speaking to the group of everybody, and he says, "So I am just so excited to have everybody here. Congratulations to everybody who's awoke since our last festival. Tonight we're gonna have a big old dance battle. That's gonna be great, everyone. And what else we got, Abe?" And he kind of turns to Abe and accidentally bumps into Abe's arm, and he's like, "Oh, what else we got, Abe?" Abe says, "Yes, well, in addition to the dance battle, there is also Shug," gestures down to Shug, who's like, "What's that, man?" And Shug, Abe says, "Shug will be leading a day full of activities for everyone, and of course tonight we will have a big party where everyone will mingle and have a delicious time." And Oodle Oodle says, "Yeah, it's gonna be great," because Oodle needs to say something. And then Gigolo says, right, okay, yeah. So everyone raise a hand or an appendage or a dial or an antenna, or just go ahead and make yourself known if this is your first Awake Day festival. Anyone out there?
So I can't like extend my antenna longer than it already is, so I just kind of wiggle it a little bit.
Yeah, wow. Oh, there's
I think
so many.
Summer just cries out like, woo! Just because she's really excited.
Oh, this is gonna be a great day. We're gonna kick it off right now with a cheer from our great cheer team led by Autumn. And hey everyone, this is gonna be an Awake Day festival to remember.
Oh yeah, White Day!
Everyone, cheers!
All right.
White Day!
White Day!
Can't wait.
I think that is that's where we'll end our first episode there.
Yeah.
Cool. No, we did it, guys.
Yay!
Story.
Yay.
Is she like a Polly Pocket?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I realized I didn't say the name, but she's a Peggy Pouch.
I knew when it was Peggy. I was like, that.
So we're recording and you can go whenever. And Emma will edit it down to make it
You guys don't know what I'm gonna leave in.
Yeah. That's the power of doing the work.
That's the power of love.
I love you.
I love you too.